Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to my model railway. Today, as you can see, we're going to be focusing on this specific area of the layout. The reason for this is I'd quite like to have both of these buildings in this sort of L shape. However, as you can see, the platform is simply not long enough. Let's do something about that. The first thing I did was mark out how long I'd like the rest of the platform to be. Once this was done, I removed the buildings and then proceeded to measure the length with a tape measure. I then drew out 4 identical shapes which would eventually be layered over one another. Also, I do apologise about the autofocus being very dodgy. Once all the shapes were drawn, I carefully cut them out with a craft knife. One thing I have learnt is that it doesn't really matter if you're very messy with this, as you're going to cover it with textured brick paper afterwards. As you can see here, I roughly test fitted the piece just to make sure that it would fit in place. Now comes the fun part, gluing and painting. Each of these 4 layers was individually glued and then placed very carefully over each other, making sure that all edges lined up perfectly. The paint I used is quite generic and can be found at Hobbycraft for about £5 a tube. I've got to be quite careful here, so I'm trying to recreate the exact shade of grey I'm using for the rest of my platform. The platform was given a single coat of this paint, with the reasoning being that I could just go over if I missed any bits. You now join me the next day. As you can see, the platform has been adequately attached, but now I'm starting to wonder whether it was a bad idea sticking it down, as I still need to do the brickwork on the side. And obviously, as it's already stuck down, I'm not really going to be pulling it up again, so this could be quite a big problem. Anyway, I'll try and work around that. For the sides, I'm going to be using the cut stonework M1 style builder's sheets, and for the platform edging I'm going to be using Metcalfe's paving sheets, which I found look quite nice. After having carefully measured the platform, the first job is to cut the sheet to size. This can be done with a steel ruler and a craft knife. Once cut, the stone cladding can then be glued with PVA glue to the side of your platform. The only downside I've found about Metcalfe's paving slabs is that they're just not long enough, so you end up having to use loads of them if you need a straight line. Once the paving slabs have been cut and lined up where you'd like them, glue them down using PVA glue like we did with the side bricks. Here's a little running session featuring the new station building.